Hey guys, welcome to part 11, and this video we're going to be making the pop-up class for what happens when you select a card in the game. So right click the source package and then go to JFrame form. We're going to call this pop-up, just like that, capital P and then capitalize the U. And then for the width, make this 700, and then for the height, I think 800 is good. Actually, let's see what this looks like. Maybe actually 500, and then make this 600. So scroll down. Actually, it doesn't need that. 500 as well. It's okay if it's not exact. See what that looks like. Alright, that looks fine. So, should be good there. And then you're going to put a J panel on top of this. Top left corner. Then just stretch it out to the same dimensions. Scroll down. Just make sure that those are the same. And then the next thing you're going to do is add a J button at the bottom. Line it up right there, and then you can do 130, 60 height, and then same thing, one more button, line that up, make sure the heights are consistent. How wide is this? 35. Make this 140. This can be 140. And I guess you can move this over a little bit. Actually, okay, never mind. Put this right here. Line this up on this side. Okay. Alright, now right click this, you can edit the text, and then this will say use card, and then we're going to change the size of the text, semi-bold, 36, okay, actually we're going to have to make that smaller than 18, and then same thing with this, semi-bold, 18, edit the text, and this is going to say cancel. And then we're going to add a image of the card that the player is putting. So let me check what we're doing. So we're going to get a J label. Put this right here. Scroll up, and then we're going to remove the text from this. And then we're going to stretch this out to make this about like the size of what a card would be. Because once they select the card, it's going to, this pop-up screen is what's going to pop up, and then they could select if they would like to play the card or if they would like to cancel, like in case they clicked on the card on accident. So save that, preview your design, and then just make sure that it looks good with this button and this button. And then the card part of it should be fine, but just make sure your J label is like like the card should be taking up most of the screen. So now we're gonna get to the actual coding of the Popup class, but first we're gonna rename these. So we're going to give these better names. So we'll call this one card button, or use card button. And we'll call this one cancel button. And then we'll call this card label. So now we'll go to the source code, and then inside of here, delete this. And make a string card image. Make a game. You're gonna need the player hand, because we're going to have to see their cards that we're going to display. Going to need a choice, array list, J buttons, game stage, top card button, and a declared color. So the declared color is going to be like if someone has a wild card and then they're going to pick their color. So that's what the declared color is. And then these things we've used before, so we're just going to move on to the next part. Inside of our constructor, we're gonna actually like assign to the variables that we declared. So we're gonna need a card name, we need a game, index, array list of J buttons, card buttons, game stage, and J button, top card button. So now we're gonna get rid of some of these errors. So this is just importing an array list. This should just be importing a J button, and then that fixes that. So now we're gonna assign to these attributes that we declared earlier. So card image is gonna be equal to card name. This dot game is equal to game. And this variable, it's just referring to the attribute game that we declared. So like this game right here is highlighting right here. It's the same as this game, but it's not the same as this game. So when you say this dot game, it's referring to the class's variable game. This is a local variable game, so we're putting the value of this game, these two same games, that's what they're highlighted, into this game, which is the same as that class variable. So next thing we're going to do is player hand equals game.getPlayerHand, game.getCurrentPlayer, choice equals index, this dot card buttons equals card buttons, okay, then all this long stuff that we have to write, image icon, okay, it's loading, get class dot get resource, quotations you're gonna put / images / pngs / large card image png. And then next line, this dot game stage equals game stage. So this is the same thing as what I was talking before. Same thing as this dot game. It's the same as this dot game stage, except we're just doing the game stage instead. And then this dot top card button equals top card button. Same thing. So this is another unfortunate thing that you're just gonna have to like go in and do, but you're gonna have to rename as well as the small files. You're gonna have to do the large files for this pop-up class. So in our PNGs folder, just like we had to rename these small ones to like blue underscore draw 2 instead of blue underscore and then the number 2, you're gonna have to rename all these files. It's just like another unfortunate thing you have to do, but yeah, this is what it should look like. So it should be exactly the same names as the other files, except that these are the large files. So this is just like the same picture but larger. So yeah, once you do that, you can move on to the next part, and then make sure that this is / images, and then these all have / after them. So the first thing we're going to do is fix this error. So we're going to just make a noargs constructor. So noargs constructor is just a constructor that doesn't have arguments. So just going to write public pop-up and then there. And that fixes that error. So now go back to design, and then just to save time, double click the use card, and then we're going to write the code and the logic for the use card button. Alright, first thing we're going to do is create a class or use a class called ColorFrame, which we haven't created yet. It's the class that we're going to use next video and create next video, but just to keep this simple and just to go from one class to the next, we're just going to use it in advance. So it's called ColorFrame, and then we're going to call this object pickColor. It's equal to new pickColorFrame, and then it's going to take this as a parameter or as an argument, and then we're going to say from our attributes above, we're going to say declared color equals pickColor dot choose color player and dot get and then choice. So now we're going to check this and say if declared color is not equal null, try game.submit player card game dot get current player, comma player hand dot get choice, comma declared color. Catch. And then we're gonna catch. Alright, here we go. Invalid color submission exception, and now we're gonna have to catch a bunch of exceptions. And then next we're gonna have to catch invalid value submission exception, and I believe these are the classes that we made in the game class. So we're just gonna have to like catch all these exceptions to make sure that nothing is going wrong with this, that we don't put in the wrong color, the wrong value, and it's the correct player's turn. So invalid player turn exception ex, and then it's pretty much the same thing. I'm just gonna put logger dot get logger popup dot class class dot get name dot log level dot severe null ex. I don't really know what this is doing, but I just know that this is what you have to put to get this to work. So you can just copy and paste that and put it for all three of these. And you just fix that by importing these two lines should fix that. Alright, so now we're going to check this and see if there's anything else. So now we're going to put this dot revalidate, and then we're going to say if declared color does not equal uno card dot color dot wild. Let's say game stage dot set pin name game dot get current player. And then we're going to set the button icons top card button, set the icon. Can we just use that? So you can copy and paste this from the line that we did up above in the constructor. So just copy this and then come down to here and then change that from large to small / and then you're just going to put plus game.get top card image. I'm going to fix these errors. Alright. So go up to the top where we declare these first attributes and make sure that this is capitalized S. That was giving me problems. So yeah, change this to capital. And then that should still be an error, and then that should fix these ones. And then the last thing we have to do in this use card button method is this dot dispose. So now I'm going to explain what this does. So pretty much once the pick color frame we created, it's going to let the player that had played either a wild card or a wild draw 4 card, it's going to let them pick a color from 4 different options. So red, green, blue, or yellow. And then that's going to become the declared color. And then we're going to say, okay, if the declared color is not wild, which it shouldn't be at this point because it should be whatever they selected, either red, green, blue, or yellow, then we're going to set the correct player's turn, because it'll be the next player's turn after they make their choice. You know, reset the button icons to show the next player's hands, set the wild card as like the top card, and then that's why you have game dot get top card, and then it's gonna, this dot dispose is gonna get rid of this pop-up screen, because then it'll just be the next player's turn and it'll just be a normal screen. So this dot dispose just gets rid of the pop-up that is gonna pop up whenever they select their card. So now go back to the design and then double click the cancel card button, and then all that is gonna do is literally just this dot dispose. So just backspace that, this dot dispose. Because when they cancel it, all we want to happen is, so like if you go to the design, like when this pops up on their screen like that, The only thing we want to happen when you click cancel is that literally it just disappears. Like this pop-up will just disappear. Like the same thing as Xing it out. So that's all that's going to do. So that's going to finish up this video. Thanks so much for watching. If it's helping you out and you made it this far, we only have one more video left. So thanks for watching this far. Please give the video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And have a good rest of your day. Bye.